Hi guys, it's Payel here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have created this look which is inspired by the latest movie Padmavati. If you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Jumping straight in, I'm starting off a primer. I'm using the Benefit Porefessional primer and applying it a little bit on the pores of my face. This is going to make sure all the pores on my cheeks are covered nicely. For foundation, I'm going to use two foundations from L'Oreal Infallible range and little bit of the Maybelline Master Strobing Cream. I'm going to take this strobing cream and the two foundations on the back of my hand and mix them with a brush and then apply it using the same brush. I like to mix the strobing cream into my foundation since this basically makes my skin like so nice and glowy, especially in flash photography. This is the only highlighter I am using. Since Padmavati, I mean Deepika was wearing a matte look, she was not wearing any kind of highlighter in her face. Next I am going to take the makeup sponge by Morphe and I am just bouncing that all over my face so that all the foundation blends nicely in my face. I made sure this makeup sponge is damp, so I soaked it in water and then squeezed the excess water out. This will make sure the sponge does not soak the foundation because it was already having some water, so it is not going to suck any more foundation. And make sure to drag the foundation on your neck and ears. Deepika had quite bronzy face, so I am going to do cream contour along with cream highlighting. So first for highlighting I am going to take Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer and apply it under my eyes in a V shape. So this is basically for highlighting my face, and in the chin, her chin looks very highlighted, and also forehead and nose. She has a very sharp nose, and because of highlighting and contouring I can make it look sharper. Next I'm going to do cream contouring, and for cream contouring I'm going to use a concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Cafe Cafe. So basically it is quite dark shade for me, and this is quite warm toned also. It will give quite warmth on the face because I can see her face was quite contoured and it was warm. Now that I have already applied all the cream products, I am going to blend this. First I am going to blend the highlighter using the pointed edge of the makeup sponge in a dabbing motion. Deepika's look was quite bronzed, so we need to make sure everything is nice and blended. We don't want any kind of harsh edge on our face. So here I am blending the cream contour using one of the sides of the makeup sponge. My next step would be setting all the cream products. So today I am going to use Makeup Forever HD powder to set the places where I have highlighted. So I am taking a generous amount of that powder using the makeup sponge, the damp one, and due to the setting with powder, the highlighted cream highlighted will stay all day long and it is not going to move. And then taking the powder in a brush, I am going to dust it over all over my face. Next, to set the cream contour, I am going to take the Body Shop contouring palette in the number 2 and apply it to set the cream contour. First I have used the cool toned color, and then later I have used the warm toned shade to blend the contour nicely. I thought of using this palette only for contouring and bronzing my face, but later I have used one more palette which is my current obsession, and you will get to see soon. For this look, Deepika have not used any kind of blush or highlighter. So bronzing is very important and she looks like a bronzed goddess. Next I am going to take my favorite palette, which is the Maybelline Master Contour, and taking the contour shade I am going to bronze my face. It is a wonderful palette, and once I started using this I cannot keep it down. It blends nicely and it's very nice for everyday use. Next I'm going to contour my nose. So taking the highlight shade from the palette, I am going to apply it on the bridge of my nose, and then taking a fluffy brush I am going to apply the contour shade from the palette to my nose to look it little bit slim. Make sure to take the product in very less amount and then blend nicely, so that we don't want to see any kind of harsh edge in the nose. And if it is little bit looking harsh, you can always take your makeup sponge which has some little bit of foundation and dab it on your nose. Next I'm going to take L'Oreal Brow Artist Genius Kit to make the brows, which is a unibrow for that look. I feel like this is the only challenging part for the look. Everything other is very easy, like the eyes, cheeks and everything, all the makeup are very easy. Only this is the tricky part where you have to make unibrow. I don't have any kind of unibrow, but using this kit I'll try to make a unibrow. This brow kit comes with a pulley which has a small brush at one end. So first, taking the gel product, I'm going to set all my brows to define the shape of my brows, and then later I'm going to use the powder product to fill the gaps. And I'm trying to make sure my ends of my brows are thick and the front portion is very faded away. So whatever product I take, I just apply it on the end, and then whatever is left, very less amount, when there is nothing in the brush, I try to drag it, and that's it. So one of my brows are done, so I'm moving to the next one. Same thing I'm going to do with the next brow, and then slowly I'll join the center without any product in the brush, because we don't want any kind of harsh line at the center of our brow. So that's all, I'm done with my brows. So my unibrow is ready. I'm happy to see that it came out so nicely. Next I'm going to use eyeshadow. Before that I would like to prime my eyelids. I'm taking the NYX eye primer and spread the product with my finger and apply a little bit of powder to set the cream product. Same thing I'm going to do for my other eye also. Eyeshadow primer is very important to make your eyeshadow pop, and if you don't have a eyeshadow primer, you can use foundation or concealer. Next I'm going to take this eyeshadow by Sephora, which is a very nice brown, and apply it on the eyelids. And when there is no product left in the brush, I'm going to move the brush in the crease in a wiper motion. Again, we need to make sure this color is blended nicely. So this is little bit of lighter color. I'm going to apply some more dark brown color. Today I'm not going to apply any kind of kajal, only eyeshadow I'm going to use today. Next I'm going to take the eyeshadow palette by Color Bar, and taking this brown color, I'm going to intensify the brown color on my eyelids. This time I'm going to take a flat brush and take little bit of the brown color and apply it on the lash line. I want to make sure the brown intensity is more near the lash line, and slowly it keeps on fading as the color goes up in the crease. So this is how the eye looks once we open our eyes. So next I'm going to do the same thing for my other eye also. We need to make sure everything is nice and blended. Next I'm going to take the same brown color and apply it on the lower lash line like this. I'm going to go from the outer corner to the inner corner. I'll make sure my outer corner is more intense and slowly it fades the more it goes to the inner corner. Next I'm going to take the black color from that palette and apply it only on the lower and upper lash line. For the lower lash line I'm going to use it only on the outer corners, and later I'm going to use lots of mascara. Next I am going to curl my eyelashes and apply lots of mascara. Deepika seems to have very nice curled lashes, so I am curling my lashes twice and then I am going to apply the mascara. First I am going to apply the mascara in the roots of my eyelashes and then let it dry for some time, and then I am going to go for the other eye. And once the first coat dries, I'm going to work on increasing the length of my eyelashes. And also once the mascara in the upper eyelashes dries, then only I'm going to go for the lower lashes. Otherwise I feel like sometimes the mascara gets stuck to my eyelids from the upper lashes, and I'm going to really work out to make these eyelashes thick and curled like Deepika. And yes, the eye makeup is done and it is looking so beautiful. For lips I'm going to use this brown color lip liner from Color Bar and apply it on all over my lips. I will mention the details of all the products in the description box below, so don't forget to check it out. Now that my lips are looking little bit reddish, I am going to make it a little bit more dark using the same eyeshadow by Sephora that I've applied on my eyes also. Next I am going to take the NYX lip cream in the shade London and apply it on the centers of my lips to make it a little bit more nude. And yes, I got the perfect shade. And the last step is applying a bindi, which will complete the whole look. I'm just going to wear some jewelry and that's all. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. For now, bye.